bought a bunch of computer parts. Let's build a computer. If you saw any of the updates on my YouTube channel, you will know my iMac stopped working. I know what's wrong with it. Since computers is a big part of me, and a lot of the work I do is on computers, both for school, for YouTube, and for extracurricular activities, a lot of it is computer work. It's really loud upstairs. Let's go over the parts that I bought. Let me go get them first. Box number 1. Box number 2, hopefully that's in a shot. Little box number 3. Box number 4. And last, but certainly not least, box number, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can probably tell, this is a monitor. That's a DisplayPort cable or some cable. I don't know if you can read it, but this is a DisplayPort 4K cable. This is my case. This will have my motherboard in it, and this has literally everything else. So we'll go over these first. It's probably fine. This is the case. This is the Matrix, I think it's pronounced. M-A-T-R-E-X-X. Matrix. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Deepcool Matrix 50. Something I really wanted was a tempered glass case because I really love seeing the insides of my technology. Also, this case has, on the front panel, there are grills on the side for airflow, so it shouldn't be too bad airflow wise. They had good reviews. I think it was 4 eggs out of 5 with 129 reviews or something. I don't know. It was really decent, so with this, and it wasn't super expensive either. For the monitor of choice, because a lot of what I do is video editing, photo editing, stuff like that, I went with a 4K Ultra HD 27-inch Dell monitor. I don't know the model number. It's written on the side of the box, so I'm just gonna read it. I haven't memorized it. So the model number is S2721QS. I believe I got this on sale for $400 or $500 at Best Buy. So I think that's the price. If not, there'll be a correction down somewhere. And all the parts that I have purchased, I will link in the description below. Some of these parts won't be available as of now because they've been sold out because of the large influx of PC builders at the moment. But yes, so this has 2 display ports. I think DisplayPort 1.2 or 1.4, I can't quite remember, and 1 HDMI 2.1, I believe. It says it on the back. Hold on. It doesn't say it on the back. 4K 27-inch. My iMac was a 1440p 27-inch, so this is an upgrade in resolution and about the same size in screen size, but it will be smaller form factor because if you know, or if you've ever seen a Mac, they got chonky bezels. So this will be nicer, and I should be able to have all my setup in the same part of my desk that I had before. So I'm super excited to get this going. DisplayPort cable. The only one that they had that was like reasonably priced was a 6-foot cable. So I'm gonna have 6 feet of DisplayPort. I don't need 6 feet of DisplayPort. It's dumb. It's like 2 meters. This is how far apart everyone should be when in public. Physical distance, people. If you go out, physical distance, wear a mask. So 6 feet, that's how far away you should be from other people. That's actually how far away I think my camera is from me at an estimation. Yeah, probably like 6 feet. So yeah, motherboard. So they shipped my monitor just in the box, so it's kind of beaten up. I'm hoping the monitor isn't too damaged or damaged at all. If it's damaged at all, I'm returning it because that's not okay. Well, not returning it exactly, but getting either an exchange or a refund or something, or just going in and picking one up personally. Same with the case. There's a hole in the top of the box. So I'm hoping the tempered glass isn't broken because that tends to happen. I didn't hear any kind of tinkling in there from glass shards, but I'm hoping I'm hoping it's not broken, because breaking a tempered glass side panel is a pain in the butt, which is why it's going to be on my desk, not the floor. The monitor, wow, I'm sorry, I'm really tired today. School was school. Anyway, the motherboard. The motherboard, I went with a MSI Tomahawk B450 Max. I haven't actually opened up any of these boxes. These came in today after I got home from school. This came probably about a week ago, and this came also about a week ago. So there's no Wi-Fi on this model, which isn't a big problem because I have Ethernet in my room. So I'm not too worried about not having Wi-Fi on my motherboard, because I can just plug in an Ethernet cable right directly to it. I get $15 off the next purchase over $99 with this promo code. Hopefully I didn't show you the promo code, because I'll probably upgrade something eventually. Ooh, packing peanuts. Tasty snack. I don't know why I did that. Okay, that's gross. Doesn't taste good. B450 Tomahawk Max. If you know what AM4 means, then you'll probably have a guess at what my CPU of choice is. You want some packing peanuts? I got why is this stuck to my thumb? I got plenty. Here. Got more. There, have some packing peanuts in a box. It's DDR4, of course. I don't know why I would go with anything lower than that. So DDR4, 4 slots actually, so a good amount. AM4 socket, which is really nice. So we have 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 and 3 USB 3.2 Gen 1, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 2 or USB-C. We have a LAN port, 6 different audio jacks. I would probably not use more than like the line in, line out, and the mic jack. It has a DVI-D port on the back, which I mean is fine. I'll probably never use it. HDMI port, which is great. 2 USB 2, and a flash BIOS button, which was actually something that I really wanted because that can be really helpful to have. So a flash BIOS button, which is absolutely amazing, and a PS2 port on the back for your mouse and keyboard, which is actually really nice because the keyboard I'm using right now is a PS2 keyboard. I've actually had to use an adapter to adapt it PS2 to USB to put it into my iMac, because an iMac doesn't have PS2 because Apple likes making things hard for people. Ooh, I wonder if I can just stack that there. And then this is the box with quite literally everything else. The motherboard and case and everything else was bought on Newegg. The monitor and cable was bought at Best Buy because Newegg didn't have the monitor I wanted, and I forgot to buy a DisplayPort cable at Newegg when I put that order in. So we just bought one on Best Buy and it was decently priced. I don't remember the price of it exactly, but it was decent. So lots of these. Well, that's good to know that they packed it really nicely, because I don't want anything to break in here. Look at all this. I mean, you can't see it, but why there's so many? I mean, I know why. Why am I getting mad at that? I'm actually glad. What are these? Stickers. Just a packing label. That's boring. It's a box within a box, guys. I don't know what it is. For RAM, I went with a 16 gig kit, so that would be 2 8 gig sticks of DDR4 3200 megahertz Ripjaws V series. So because they were really decently priced, and they came, the only ones I could find were in, what would you call this? I think gunmetal, or if you're Apple, space gray. They didn't have it in black, but that's fine because my motherboard is a more gunmetal kind of vibe to it. There's no RGB because I don't really care all that much about RGB. RGB RAM is like super expensive, and it's not actually, doesn't give you all that much more performance. So 16 gigabytes, 3200 megahertz, DDR4 RAM. Oh, this is actually probably a hard drive. Okay, we'll go over that later. Ooh, I should really be careful with this then if it's a hard drive. Y'all want power supply or graphics card or CPU next? Pranks on you. I'm doing graphics card. Nope. Pranks on me, pranks on you. I'm actually going power supply. Because I want to keep the big items for the last. Well, I mean, this is a pretty chonky item. Ugh, it's heavy. For the power supply, I went with an EVGA 750 watt fully modular power supply from EVGA. Oh, people are coming. The reason I went with a 750 watt, oh yeah, this is 80 plus gold, I believe. So better than bronze, better than silver. It's gold, which is epic. So it's actually really power efficient, which is really nice. And the reason I went with 750 watt is because, well, the graphics card I was planning to buy wasn't in stock, so whatever. And this was just kind of the best price that I was finding. So I was finding a lot of power supplies that were less wattage, but around the same price. So we went with this one, and it had really good ratings. I can't remember the amount of ratings, but I think it had like 4 or 5 eggs, 4.5 eggs maybe. So it was really well rated. We went with this one because, and 750 watts is like a lot. And if I ever decide to upgrade my graphics card, my CPU, anything down the line, I will be fine because 750 watts is a beast of a power supply. Do I want to go CPU or GPU? Or storage? Let's go storage. For the hard drive, I went with a 1 terabyte. Let me just take it out of the thing. I'm not going to take it out of this package, but I went with a, oh, even better. I thought I got 1 terabyte. I went with a 2 terabyte English is hard. Seagate Barracuda hard drive. So 2 terabytes, because a lot of the stuff I do needs a lot of storage. 2 terabytes, 7200 RPM hard drive. I'm putting this back inside of his little blanket, and then I'm putting it back inside the box because I really don't want to damage the hard drive before it's even like been used, because that would be a pain in the butt. Eder Elliott, note to self: if you haven't been, you best be putting the prices in, because the DIMS people wants to know, because maybe they want to build this exact setup. The people want to know, like any smart person would. I went with a NVMe SSD for my boot drive. So I kind of went a little bit overboard on the amount of storage on my boot drive. I went 500 gigabytes WD Black NVMe SSD. So this is going to be pretty ballin'. This will be where my operating system is. This is where going to be all of my important apps that I use often. So this would be especially my editing software on the SSD for fast boot times. Oh yeah, this is the SN750 from Western Digital. Hold on, let me read the speeds off for you. Listen to this. Up to 3,430 megabytes, sorry, a second read. So if you don't consider that ballin', I don't know what. It has 3D NAND, which is pretty epic, 5-year warranty. Ooh, I'm getting so excited just thinking about it. Okay, SSD. For the graphics card of second choice is the Radeon RX 5500 XT, 8 gigabyte model actually, from ASRock. I was trying to get a 5700 XT. The one that I had, I was planning to get I think it was the XFX Thick 3. Yes, Thick, THICC, Thick. I was planning to get that graphics card, also 8 gigabytes of VRAM, but it was out of stock, like most graphics cards are. This card actually is out of stock as of right now, at least as of time of recording this, which is the 18th of January. So, sorry, and I really didn't want to go with like a GTX, a GTX 1650, because it just doesn't give me the performance that I'm looking for, especially to run a 4K display. ASRock Challenger Radeon RX 5500 XT. If you haven't already guessed at the CPU or even the CPU brand of choice, A, that's sad, and B, we're going AMD. Specifically AMD Ryzen. So this is the AMD Ryzen 5 3600. Not 3600X, just the plain 3600. I will be doing a little bit of gaming, but most of it is going to be work related. I mean, I don't have a job, but like YouTube, video editing, content creation related. So I went with this because it has really good performance, and I can't wait. Also, AM4 and AMD, they tend to have longer socket support, which is really nice. So if I ever end up upgrading, which I don't intend on for years, which is why I spent like $2 grand on this entire setup. Well, slightly, it was like $2,100, but that's why I spent that much on what I did. I can put this knife away now. Because this is something that I'm going to have for years, and I don't intend on getting rid of this at any time soon. So this is going to be my setup for a long, long time, and I don't intend on upgrading anytime soon. Well, I might upgrade from 16 to 32 gigabytes of RAM later on down the road. That'll probably be like my first upgrade because the graphics cards and everything else is pretty epic. For video editing, RAM is important, so I might need a little bit more. But I think I'll be fine for the time being. So, I can't wait. And thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this video, for helping me out and helping me buy all this for my new editing rig. So, can't wait to build this. I'm not building it today. I don't have enough time tonight to do that. Also, I have school tomorrow morning, so I'll probably do it Wednesday or Thursday, probably, because those are the days I have the most time. So, I can't wait to build this. I still can't believe that I have all this in front of me. I've never used a computer, let alone had all of these parts to build a computer of this caliber. So I'm super, super happy. Once again, thank you so much, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, as this will serve me well for years to come. Also, 4K. I've said what I need to say for this portion of the video, and let's move on to the building. Yes! Everything came. Oh. You don't understand how happy I am. If you do understand how happy I am, that's epic. I'm stepping on packing peanuts that I ate. Let's clean all this up. Build time.